Good morning. I show it's 11:59, so it's technically morning. Hee hee hee. And the weather here is actually pretty good right now. I'm going to talk about the weather a lot today, I think, because always such a factor in Belton. Okay, testing my audio. Sounds good there. And I show 12 o'clock, so we're just going to hop right in. What's up, Mike?
What's happening?
Not a lot. But trying to figure out what the heck I want to do this weekend because
Play with radios.
Yeah, we're gonna play with radios, and I even thought about the fact that maybe we just set up an antenna. If it's raining the whole time, we just set up an antenna and just call CQ.
Yeah.
It's not a park, but we might be able to make some contacts anyway. I don't know, but
well, you can always hunt POTA too,
That's true. Also, yeah,
That is
you can
thing.
totally hunt POTA.
Yeah.
That is a good point there. Let me see if I can get you a little bit more centered on my end here. There's a new template I'm working with. There, that's pretty good. Move you over a bit.
We could, since I don't know if everyone knows the good news. What you found of mine.
Oh.
And that Jesus Christ is coming.
Right. Yeah.
So I lost my my bag with two of my Pac-10 antennas and a whole bunch of connectors and anything. I left it at the deer lease, and Jason finally found it. So I'll have the Pac-10 and 9-to-1. So we could even just run that up as a vertical. Although we would need my MFJ mast.
Oh, so I've got the carbon fiber. I've got the carbon fiber mast in the truck.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, we can do that.
And I'm bringing rollover mounts. There's a picture of your bag.
Yes.
Yeah, I told Mike, I sent that picture to him. I said, somebody took all the antennas out, but the bag, I'll bring you the bag back. So
no, I don't care. About the bag.
So there's
I want
that.
the contents that are inside of it.
Right. Yeah, totally. Yeah. But that is a pretty slick bag though, but I'm kind of a bag geek, so
I got it at what's it called? Joe's Army Navy in Pontiac, Michigan. Maybe it's Waterford. And it's like it actually has a Velcro thing on the back that just
right. I saw that.
I never keep on there, but it's like a what did they call it? It's like a medical kit kind of thing is I think its intended purpose.
Yeah.
And it works fantastic for carrying all the little bits and bobs and Pac-10s and stuff. There's some other wire in there for another antenna that I gave away. It's just handy.
Yeah. Yep. I can see why it would be. So, but yeah. So somebody said I guess we should probably start at the beginning.
Nah.
Belton Ham Expo is this weekend. And go back to that view. No, not that view. Which view is it? This view here. So Belton Ham Expo is this weekend. Bell County Expo Center, which is right off of the highway. If you've never been to Belton, it's right off the highway. I want to say it's exit 35W. I'm sorry. No, 35, just south of Temple. I want to say it's exit like 192. Somewhere in there. Somewhere in that neck of the woods. I can't remember the exact exit number. I used to have it memorized. But it is this weekend, and this is probably the greatest swap fest in Texas, assuming the weather is nice. And that's the point of contention to talk about today. Now, if I want to zoom in on this a bit. So this is a 10-day forecast at weatherunderground.com. By the way, I started using Weather Underground because weather.com and weatherbug.com both asked me to turn up my ad blocker. And I'm like, I'm not going to turn off my ad blocker. I'm going to leave my ad blocker on. I'm going to go to Weather Underground because it doesn't bug me about that button. So that's just kind of a thing. So right now it's showing PM showers on Wednesday and partly cloudy with a less chance of rain on Thursday. Yesterday, it was showing thunderstorms in the afternoon, showers in the morning, thunderstorms in the afternoon on Thursday, and then thunderstorms on Friday, Saturday. So they've moved it looks like they've moved the thunderstorms forward a little bit, because it was supposed to start around here midday on Thursday and move into like Saturday morning or Saturday afternoon, and now it's showing like a small chance, 12 to 14%, 12 to 16% on Thursday, and then very early in the morning it's in the 40% chance, and it gets to like 75% by 7 a.m. on Friday, 80%, and it drops down.
If it's at night, that's fine.
Right. Yeah.
We could all get out there and set up a bunch of Envis antennas and just, use them as cloud warmers to just kind of push it all away.
That's one way to do it. I find it oddly curious that it's going to be clear Thursday and then clear up again on Sunday, and it's just raining for the Hamfest.
Of course.
It's just raining for the Hamfest. So,
it's like, oh, you guys want to go do something outside? Nah.
Right. Yeah, nah. Yeah. So, anyway, but this is Texas. It might change. It's probably not going to be exactly this, but hopefully it's what I'd like to see happen is I'd like to see it all pushed back to like Saturday afternoon. But I don't know. That's
neither
probably wishful think. Yes, very true. Probably wishful thinking.
Yeah.
Arthur Heron, W6HER with the $4.99 super chat says, "Change my mind. POTA is overrated." I don't want to dog.
He's trolling us.
I think he's trolling. Yeah. So I don't want to dog someone who just gave me a super chat, but incorrect. So
you are wrong, sir.
You are wrong, sir.
I mean, unless you don't like having fun. That
right. Yeah.
Could be a thing. Some guys are.
Yeah.
I don't want to have no fun. Fun is what's killing ham radio.
Ham radio shouldn't be fun. So I had a guy email me this morning. Or he put a comment on my technician class video, and he said, "Hey," and it was a cool comment. It was respectful. He said, "Hey," he goes, "I don't mean any disrespect, but this is a serious question. And he was what I'm paraphrasing. He said, if ham radio is just used for MCOM and prepping, and I just want to talk to my family during an emergency, why do I need to know what a diode and transistor? What do I need to know what all this is?" And I'm like, dude. That's one aspect of ham radio. Mm-hmm. I'm just like, the radio art and radio science encompasses 100 other things that you're not looking at. If you want to approach it from an MCOM prepper standpoint, that's okay, but just realize there's a lot more to ham radio than just that.
Yeah.
So
it's stupid big. Arthur,
right.
We know you were joking.
Yeah. I figured Arthur. He's a new patron too, so I figured
good.
he was joking, but
the big smiley face emoji there is what.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, yeah. There's KO4AFL for the F word, fun. 762. If I say fun, so fun. But yeah. So I mean, man, I don't know. RD Mercer's in the house. He's one of my buddies from up in Tulsa area, and he'll be at Belton this weekend.
Nice.
But I don't know. I mean, this is a real I need to sneeze. This is a really fun show if the weather's nice, and it doesn't look like the weather's going to be nice. So I think that might deter some people from even showing up at all. So the crowd may not be as big. However, the inside show is just on Saturday. It's outdoor tailgating Friday and Saturday, inside only inside on Saturday only. In other words, it's outdoors both days and inside one day.
So just like a nicer swap indoors, or are vendors coming? What is it like?
There's no vendors really. I mean, Flex Radio will have a table there just for display, or they usually do. Tower Electronics is there. WB0W used to show up. They're not really going to many Hamfest these days, so I don't expect to see them this weekend. ARRL usually has a table. Main Trading Company sometimes shows up. They haven't been. I don't think they've been there the last couple times. Ham Radio for Non-Tech. He says he's bringing bourbon. Well, that settles it. We're gonna have to go. So,
yes.
But it's
drink it.
All right. It's just a bit. It's a big, huge like garage area. If you watched my video that I shared my video from 2018 several times recently on my shopping video and through some email stuff, and I walk around the outside. It gives you a good, clear look of the parking lot, and I walk around the inside and shows you what you're looking at. But it's just a it's definitely a large indoor gathering that's, it's dry. They have air conditioner in there. They usually don't run it. It's usually not hot enough to run it in the October show. But it depends on the
trucks and stuff, or
no. The actual expo center has a concession stand in the very back of the building. So it's just like hot dogs and hamburgers. It's nothing special. It's probably, most people would probably consider it to be overpriced. There is a gas station right across the highway.
Well, there's a Buc-ee's.
And there's a Buc-ee's not too far away, yeah. But you can walk across the highway to the gas station, and they have a small grill in there. And they make a really good breakfast burrito, sausage, bacon, egg, and cheese burrito, that kind of thing. So that's usually where I'll get breakfast on Friday morning. And yeah, there's a Buc-ee's just like 5 or 7 minute drive right up the road in Temple. So we'll have to probably stop in there and get some stuff. But
Love
but it's
me some Buc-ee's.
That's right. Yeah, you have to get some more of that ghost pepper jerky that you brought for the event last week.
One piece was good for me.
Yeah,
like it wasn't as hot as I was expecting, but it was still pretty darn hot. Like the first bite, I was like, okay. Then I had another piece. I was like, oh boy, I drank like half my water.
Yeah. So, let me see if I can find that real quick. So what I'm thinking about doing. What I'm thinking about doing is that it right there? No, that's in Arizona. Okay, let me find this website. There's a place in Salado, Texas, which is about like a 10 or 12 minute drive south of Belton. So you get back on the highway, you drive down 4, 5, 6 exits, something like that. And it's called Chupacabra Beer and Wine Bar. They have a wine bar there, but it's not okay. But they have, let me switch over here. They have 60 beers on tap. It's not a brewery, it's just a bar. And they have a lot of seating. And they've got, all these Texas, and they're all from Texas. Well, it says 55 here, but if you scroll down, it actually goes down to 60. So maybe a couple of them are duplicated or something. I don't know.
Boy, we're going to have to drink a lot to get 55 beers in us.
I know it. Yeah. Well, you can't drink all day unless you start in the morning.
That's right.
903 Vanilla Milkshake Blonde. That sounds tasty. Coconut Macaroon Stout from 903. 903 has some really good beers. They're up in Sherman. That's the area code up there. That's why they call it 903. So anyway, if the weather sucks, we're going to try to stick it out Friday morning, Friday noonish, something like that. If the weather sucks, we're going to hop in the truck. We're going to drive to the bar. And we're probably going to go down here anyway. I mean, that's what I want to do. We'll see what everybody else wants to do. But it's just right down the road, and it's good, and it's close. It's got a good atmosphere. It's got a good vibe to it. And, so I thought, if the weather sucks, we'll go hang out there on Friday evening. I think they have Wi-Fi, so bring your laptop. We can do some YouTube stuff. We can test the Wi-Fi, and if it's good enough, our late shift live stream, which we missed last week.
We did.
Mike was busy, and I just decided to skip it just because. Take a night off for a change. But the late shift live stream should be on my channel this week if we keep to the schedule. Okay, Shane's in the chat. Shane, if you're at home, join the Zoom. My Zoom link. You're welcome to hop on with us. In fact, that's him that's replied to me there. Hold on 1 second.
Beer Expedition. There. I like that.
Beer Expedition. But yeah, so if they have Wi-Fi, great. If they don't, I have my hotspot. We're going to try to do a live stream that night for the late shift. We usually do our late shift live stream at 10. And I didn't need to sneeze, and my nose didn't itch until I hit go on the camera. I just want that known to everybody. But now I need to sneeze really badly, and my freaking nose is always itching, which is common. But I want to try to do a late shift live stream at some point in time during the if we can do it at 10 o'clock, great. I don't think the bar is open that late, but it might be really loud in the bar also, especially since it's a Friday. Surprisingly,
why would
you
a
think,
bar not be open that late?
Well, okay, so it's a catch-22, right? It's in Salado, Texas, which is a little. You were talking about a podunk town a minute ago. Salado is much smaller than Huntsville is.
Okay.
It's in Salado, Texas, but at the same time, you might be surprised by the number of people who show up, because I'm like, oh, Salado, Texas, they'll have like 5 people there. Every time I go in there, it's like huge. I'm like, wow. I mean, people must drive from around, maybe the Temple area. I don't know, but we'll see. Anyway, so we'll go to the bar, we'll hang out, we'll do some stuff, bring your laptop, get on Wi-Fi, that kind of thing. And then we'll try to do a live stream at some point that night, and we'll announce it on the channel and share it out via regular means, so you guys be watching for that. But I think we're just going to tough it out. I kind of thought about canceling the trip at one point in time, because I'm like, well, if it's going to be rain, I've been down there in rainstorms before, and there's like a dozen people that show up in the parking lot, and then the Saturday show's pretty good, but it's still not as full as it would be. So
still be a fun weekend at Ham Radio and
right.
Some good beer, and
just gonna do it, and just gonna do it and say forget it, and we're just gonna go and still have a fun time regardless. So, it's just really kind of sucks that it's gonna rain for those 2 days and then clear before and after.
Yeah.
So
just don't want us to have any fun.
Right? Yeah. Don't want us to have any fun. So, anyway, all right, Mike, I'm gonna mute myself and blow my nose or something. So you take it for a minute.
Tank Radio.
Nice.
Hi, everyone. Let's take over the stream. We could put a dipole in the bar. Man, look who showed up, Tank Radio. That's Walter Beaton. That's Mr. Tentennas, antenna guy. Everyone go to eBay and search Tentennas and go buy more of his end-fed half-wave antennas. Keep him busy.
Is he in the chat?
Yeah.
Walter.
Where is he?
Walter.
Somewhere.
Oh, I see him. Hey, Mike. Walt, NE410. Okay, Mr. Tentennas.
Yep.
So I'm going to say this because Mike is here, but hey, Walter, if you want your antenna reviewed by a real channel, let me know.
It already happened, buddy.
Walt knows what I'm talking about.
He just sells them on eBay. Like I was just looking one day for an end-fed for the house, and I came across these, and it's like, oh, it's like $40 or something. Made in Tennessee. Okay, so I ordered it.
Right.
And he sent me one of the QRP ones, and I've been using that a lot lately. Works great. And
that's how I found Nelson antenna.
Oh, yeah?
I reached out to him. I'm like, hey, man. I was like, he claims to be the what's he claim? He claims to be the most sold, I think. Shoot. There's one. I think his little Balun matching unit box. It's not a matching unit. His little box that his toroid box that he uses for his off-center fed and his link dipole and all these. He claims that he calls it something, and he claims that piece is the most sold on eBay. I guess maybe it is. I don't know. But anyway, so I emailed him one time and I was like, hey, I want to do this and this. He's like, oh yeah. He goes, I'll send you. I said, what? Because my question was, what's your most popular one you sell? And it was the link dipole, and I'm like, okay, cool. And then so I bought that one, and then he sent me a off center fit, or no, a random wire. He sent me a random wire. And quite frankly, I like the random wire better, just because if you have a radio with a tuner, it's more versatile. But the link dipole worked very well too. So it was both of those were good antennas. But as soon as I did the first video about it, people came out of the woodwork. Oh yeah, I've used those for years. Yo, those are great antennas. I was like, I don't know. Okay, cool. But I still use mine. I mean, it's one of the ones in my kit that I take to POTA every time I go. So,
I think I've seen those on eBay.
Yeah, they're decent antennas for sure.
Isn't he from like overseas somewhere?
No, he's from the States.
Oh,
in fact, he's always spouting made in the USA.
I wonder if that's the guy in Michigan. I know someone's selling antennas
He's somewhere up north. I can't remember exactly where he is, but he's somewhere up north. But yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if he was in Michigan. I don't recall, but it's somewhere. I don't know. I don't know. He's all about made in the USA though, so I'm like, oh yeah, okay. Which I think is a really cool thing to promote. Honestly,
it is. It's very important.
Yeah.
Gotta support our own.
Right. So let me go back here for a second. I am going to. Those of you who have asked me about these drive-over mounts I've got. So this one right here on the right is the black one. This is the one that I've had for a long, long time. I have one of these myself. I've used it in several videos. The gentleman who builds these is in Lexington, Texas. He usually sells them at Belton, but I sent him an email last week, and I'm like, are you going to go? And he's like, no, I'm not. He's like, I'm going to go pick up something from a guy, but I'm just going to leave. He's like, I'm not going to set up a table or anything. So I'm bringing a few of these. I think I've got 2 of the green ones and like 3 of the black ones, I think, left. The difference is that the green one, you can see these extra bolts right here, kind of right there on the arms and in the bottom. The green one, this whole section folds over, so it's a little bit more compactable. And then the black one, just the tube in the center folds over. The tube in the center folds over on both of them, opposite direction of what you're looking at right now. So you can lay it down, put a mast in, and kind of hoist it up like that, and you drive over you just park your wheel on top of the mount there. But then for storage capabilities, the green one folds down even farther to make it a little bit easier to store.
Yeah, those things are stupid heavy duty too.
They are, yeah. You're not going to want a backpack with one of these. These are made for these are made for a drive up soda pota, whatever, because they're made to be put your tire on. That's what they're made for. So I have these in the back of the truck for sale, because several people have asked me about them. I'm like, well, I took some to Huntsville and I sold 2 of them, I think, and then and I was so busy at Huntsville, I just didn't have time to take them out much. But then I came back and I was like, I'll just take them to Belton for the heck of it. I got one guy who says he's going to get one. Don picked one up the other day last week when we all met together at Hoppenstein. He grabbed one of the green ones. But okay.
I don't know why he would use one of all people. He always uses his ham sticks.
I don't know.
Maybe he's going to broaden his antenna horizon.
Right. True. Yeah, maybe so. Let's see. Digital Rancher. Hey, Jason, I still want a green one. Hey, are you the guy from Digital Rancher? Are you the guy from Hazlitt area? Keller area that was emailing me? I know there's somebody.
He was up at the Support Your Parks weekend.
Right.
I couldn't tell you where he's from, though.
Correct.
Somewhere in Texas.
Somewhere in Texas, yeah. But, uh-oh.
Oh, boy.
Now we're in trouble.
Watch it be Frank.
That's not Frank.
he's gallivanting as Shane. Just wants to come on it.
Yeah.
Oh, man, it's not Frank.
Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
I hate to let you down there.
I don't know if I've ever seen you without a hat on.
Yeah.
I try to avoid it at all costs because that's a mean skull line you got there.
I understand.
I think we go to the same barber.
Yeah.
Yep. So Shane, Mike, your audio was fine until Shane got here. He's a lot louder than you are, so
I can turn mine down if I need to.
Sorry.
And Mike is quieter than normal as well. So
this just happened recently. My audio used to be fine, and I have changed nothing.
Yeah, it sounds fine. It's just quieter than you normally, and it's a lot quieter than Shane is. You guys are coming in on the same channel, so Joseph Gauss, is the Baofeng UV5R 8-watt the same as the Baofeng UV5R radio? I know the different model numbers of Baofeng radios, but are all the UV5R series the same rate? I think that they're a little bit different internally. I don't think they're exactly the same. No, I think there's minor differences, but I'm not 100% sure.
Not enough to matter.
Not enough
Probably
to matter.
not.
Yeah.
They're all.
I'll turn that mic down a little bit. That should help.
I've had so many UV5Rs and the UV5R 8-watt and the Tri-Power, and they're all the same. Even different, like the GT3 TP. They're all the same darn thing. Just get a regular UV5R. Anything else is advertising gimmick.
Well, in a very push comes to shove situation, 8 watts will make a little bit of difference, but it's not going to be like, it's not huge.
If you actually got those 8 watts.
Yeah, that's the key.
True.
Usually they say 8 watts or 10 watts. You might get 6.
True.
Which is between 4 watts, that's the standard UV5R, and 6 watts. Not really going to do anything for you.
No, not really.
Other than cost you a few more bucks.
And the if you really want something that's more powerful, get the Waxon UV9D Mate, true 10 watts on both bands. Much better radio anyway.
Yeah.
It's more expensive, but you get what you pay for. It's going to be a much better radio. Anything made by Ocean or Waxon, how it's spelled, is going to be a better radio than the Bofang anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So
I wish these companies would come out with a pronunciation chart so that so that whatever we get,
Google Translate.
It's like,
Right. Yeah, Google Translate would do it.
Zygu's actually like Sigu, something like that.
I think Josh says Shegu, and I'm like, I mean, I guess that's probably closer to being right than Zygu is, but I just call it Zorro.
There you go. That works.
I'm like, I don't care.
My Zorro's got a great tuner in it.
Right.
Yeah.
Zorro.
Yeah. Anytime I do a video with one of my Zorro radios, someone always comments, it's pronounced Shigu, or it's like,
yeah,
I don't
right.
care. This is
I don't
America.
care. Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
And
All Texas, I'll pronounce it the way I want.
Yeah. It starts with an X, which does not make a Z or an SH sound.
Right.
So it's like Waxon starts with a W, which doesn't make an O sound. It's like, well, in Chinese, I was like, okay, well, I'll go to China and I'll say
silent.
it. Yeah.
We'll pronounce it when I'm in the factory in China.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Next time I go to Shanghai, I'll be sure to say that. Yeah, TYT is the ham radio hobo. TYT, that's the easiest one to pronounce.
There you go.
Yes.
TYT.
Is that the same as Titera?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. In fact, I heard that Titera changed their name to TYT because Hytera asked them to, and there might have even been a lawsuit in there somewhere. I don't know. But yeah, I heard somebody told me that one time. They're like, yeah, they changed it because Hytera didn't like it sounding so close, and I'm like, yeah, it's pretty bad when all the
any tone's usually easy to pronounce.
Yeah. Any tone's good.
Yep.
Just saying.
True, and that's one of the better ones too.
Radio
Diddy, yeah. That's the Smoke and Ape way to say it. Radio Diddy. Radio Diddy.
So many people pronounce it like that. It drives me nuts.
Yeah.
They missed
it's funny you guys were
the day in elementary school when they were discussing compound words.
You guys were talking about Belton earlier, and that in 2006, that was my very first show that I ever went to after I got my ham license. So
really,
me and that show go way back.
Good. It's a
Are
good
you
show.
Going or no?
I don't think I'm going to. I've got this because I'm on. If I look like I just woke up, I did because I got off at 6 o'clock this morning, and I'm on. This is my first night of graveyards for this week, so I've got that shift in giveaway so that hopefully someone will pick that up from me, but it's not looking promising.
Yeah.
Stupid work always gets in the way of ham radio.
I know it, man. Yeah. You need a job that works. You can work like 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Tuesday, Thursday, Friday.
I agree.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
I'm going to forward that to my manager.
Yeah.
This is my preferred schedule, sir.
Yeah, it's all good, but
I'm trying to read the chat here, but I don't have the correct window open.
Terry Moon had a funny comment.
Yes.
Which I'm not going to read, but yeah, a good deal.
I'm going to have you look it up. You can't leave me hanging like that.
There you go. So we're going to, Frank and I are going to drive down tomorrow night after Frank gets off work, and we're going to probably park in the parking lot. We'll see if it's open. It usually is. And then people will really kind of start showing up first thing, basically at sunup, maybe a little bit before sunup Friday morning, and setting up. Or again, it really depends on the weather, but on good weather weekends, this is what happens. People show up Friday morning, right at daybreak, set up, tailgate. Set up their. Some people set up campers. Some people just set up out of their truck tailgate. Some people set up tents and awnings and whatnot. In fact, Mike, you should bring that awning of yours. I've got mine, but if we have two, that's even better. So,
I was gonna bring my my table, my folding table too.
Yeah, I've got 2 folding tables in the back of my truck. So yeah, that's good too. Okay, I got to sneeze again, so I'll be right back.
Need one of those. So it didn't mute that time.
I did mute. Yeah, you shouldn't have heard that.
Oh, we heard it. I don't think
heard
the stream heard it.
The stream didn't hear it. Yeah.
I was gonna say
Man,
we
I
had
don't know what that is.
in radio. We had a cough button. So if you had to cough, you just push a button next to your mic, and it cuts the mic. And then if someone dropped the F-bomb, next to it was a dump button, and you could dump the delay so that the F-bomb wouldn't go out over the air.
Yeah, that's funny.
Takes away all the fun.
True.
It's a lot less
Pesky
fines.
guys at the FCC.
Yeah. What's your thoughts on the Belton UV5R radio kits that are available on Amazon? That includes a programming cable. I've seen fulfilled by Amazon, sold by Abri. Yeah, they're fine. I mean, again, a Fang is a Fang. So, but the kits are fine. If they come a lot with a lot of accessories. So
you will need a programming cable. So
yeah,
you might as well.
Right.
You usually save a few bucks, and if it comes with an Abri antenna, I mean, Abri.
Yeah, yeah, no doubt. Frank just shared the Thursday Night Ham Radio playlist. So
there's going to be a live stream in there, I believe, from our adventure this previous weekend.
Yeah, I think that I saw that in the light up. So that ought to be fun.
So Jason, you're next, right?
With what?
Go with me in a hot air balloon.
All right, just tell me when.
Janet's jumping at the. She's ready to go.
No, I'll go. I have no problems with that at all.
It was a lot of fun.
Looked like it was.
Yeah, that'd be pretty sweet. I don't like heights, but
you could always squat down in the basket if you got scared.
Basket,
yeah,
hanging there.
You don't really realize
with
it.
Fire.
That's just it. I mean, that was the best part. Was the blowtorch?
I know,
above your head. But it's like,
I just picture the basket catching on fire. And,
well, it is metal in there. It's not just all. It's not all wooden.
Can you reach up high enough to light your cigar from the flame?
Absolutely.
Okay, good.
I think I think my cigar would disintegrate.
Yeah.
Something about 80,000 BTU going on. I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah, that thing's impressive. It would be sweet to just throw a roll-up J-pole off the side there and get on 2 meters. And that was a bummer. You guys didn't get up to your planned height, though. So 500 feet is still pretty awesome.
Ed Fong roll-ups.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was a bummer.
Shane's video froze.
It did.
I thought it was the whole thing, but Mike, you're fine. So
good.
Yeah, the idea was 3,000. So
yeah,
3,000 feet.
Mm-hmm. Looks like Shane uses sudden link like I do.
The plan was 3,000, but the winds did not cooperate with it.
Right.
Oh, am I freezing up?
Yes.
Yeah, you were. That's better now. It's moving now. You're moving now.
Stream harder.
Spectrum.
Yeah.
Gotta love it.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like you're hearing me in real time either.
I am now, but it was skipping out there for a second. That's why I asked.
Okay. All right. But let's see. Okay, gentleman and Jason, I got to get back to work. Thank you for spelling gentleman wrong once again, Frank. Let's see. Frank also says we need to do a Texas radio in the hot air balloons. Okay.
Huh?
She has 2.
How many people can fit in one though?
Just in hers, you can only put 2. She has a kind of a racer style basket.
Oh, okay.
But I have another contact, and their basket can hold like 14.
Wow! Holy God!
Yeah, it's huge. They operate out of McKinney.
Okay.
But
Well,
I'm
that would be
actually
that.
about to start learning to fly lighter than air myself. Janet and I kind of, she kind of set the hook. Said, "Hey, you want to learn how to fly one of these, right?" I've already have my pilot's license, so
Yeah, of course.
it's kind of a
Of course.
no-brainer. It's a 10 hours of instruction, and I think 10 or 15 flights, and then I go take a check ride. So that should be fun.
So, do you know? Well, first of all, let me thank Jerry. Jerry, KA5RRH for the $10 super chat. New Tech,
Yes.
Writing General on Saturday. I'm bringing my RV. Writing General on Saturday. Okay. I'm bringing my RV. I understand we may have a parking area available. What time do you expect to get there in order to get a place to park? So the parking lot's pretty open, and it's pretty large too. You know, people kind of concentrate in one area, but there's plenty of room outside of that area to park. So even if you get there late, you're not gonna. It's not gonna fill up. At least I've never seen it fill up. I would get there as early Friday as you could, and you get there a little bit earlier. You can park a little bit closer, that kind of thing, closer to where the concentration of people are. But you know, there's like several rows in all directions from what I would call the center. In fact, there's usually 2 or 3 rows that I would call the center, 2 or 3 rows, and then outside of that, there's still people parking. There's people that park along the fence, along the road that it's on, which is the parking lot's fenced in, so they'll park along the fence on the inside of the fence from the highway. And you're not going to run out of room. Especially with the weather threatening to do what it's going to do. I've never seen that parking lot completely filled up with a ham fest. Be nice if it did, but you're not going to miss out on getting your RV spot in there. So should be pretty good. Let's see. What was I about to say before that? Oh, AE. Do you know AE5YV, Shane?
Does not ring a bell.
Okay. His name is. I think that's right for his call sign. His name is Jimmy. He's a member of the Kill Cycle Club. I went out there and did some POTA with them last week or so, something like that, a couple Saturdays ago. And he is a pilot. He's an instructor.
Oh, cool.
And I talked to him briefly about. I was like, man, I've been wanting to do that for a while.
You should do it. No peer pressure or anything, but you should do it.
I want to. I've always wanted to get my pilot's license. Would be.
I could talk for days on that.
Well, that's good. Be fun. Just what I need is another hobby to throw money into. So.
That's kind of what I thought. Yeah. I started pricing hot air balloons. And I was like, it's affordable-ish when you compare it to airplanes, but it's still expensive.
How much is a hot air balloon?
Brand new, about 30,000. We'll start at 30,000 for a decent one, and then it goes up from there. You can get them on the used market. There's a rule change that's about to take an effect where commercial balloon operators are now going to have to follow the same medical requirements, so second-class medical requirements as pilots. So there's about to be a bunch of balloons put on the market, I think, from people who can't pass those standards. So there should be some deals coming. You have to have correctable 20/20 vision, stuff like that. In order to get a second-class medical hearing.
They want you to be able to see?
Yeah, they don't want you to hit stuff for some reason.
Well, there is that. So it's probably a good idea.
Yeah, Janet told me to hold off. And I said, you know what? My credit card seems to take the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah. Just win the lottery, Ham Radio Hobo says. Hey, there's an idea.
Hey, I'm all about that.
Yeah.
I am participating in the class pool.
Winning lottery numbers.
Yeah. If I ever won the lottery, I can't tell you the number of things I would do with this channel. I mean, I'd probably give away like a brand new. Well, I'm already in 4K. That's easy. I would probably give away a brand new $3,000 radio once a month, like 7610 this month, Flex Radio 6600 next month.
Be Mr. Beast 2.0.
Yeah, do the Mr. Beast thing. That's exactly what I would do. Go to a small ham fest and say, okay, I want to buy everything on your table.
Right.
One of each.
It'd be awesome.
We raffles awesome. at the opposite end of the building.
Yeah. Sheesh. But and then sell them all for $1. Say, what radio? Well, I was looking at this one. Well, it's $1. What? It's $1. Mr. Beast. Buy a brand new 7610 for $1.
That'd be great.
That would be it would be great. It would be fun to do.
I'd buy 2.
Yeah. Yeah. I'd have to keep one, of course, but that's all right.
Yeah.
I paid full price for it, so I'm keeping one. But yeah, all kinds of weird stuff like that. If I ever actually won the lottery.
Shout out to Wild Cascadia Radio. Good morning.
Yeah. Hey, Anime.
Hi.
She's been in there. Yeah, good. So what? So Shane, you're not gonna be able to make it, I guess.
Yeah. Fingers crossed. I mean,
right.
I can't sell my shift when I'm live on air, but
oh yeah,
it's frowned upon by the establishment.
Well, I can understand that. But yeah, so Friday at the park or at the parking lot, and Friday afternoon, maybe earlier than that, at the craft beer bar, and then Saturday they say the show goes from 8 to 2 on Saturday. Generally speaking, it's usually people are tearing down and leaving by noon. It shuts down pretty quick. Yeah, so it's typical Ham Fest. It doesn't go all the way till the end, but yeah, it's a fun show. So I'm looking forward to it. It's not going to be it doesn't look like the weather's going to cooperate with us, so it's not going to be as fun as it could be. It's not going to be as full as it could be. But I think I said earlier, they sold out all their indoor vendor tables like 3 weeks ago.
Oh,
three
wow.
or four weeks ago. So I went and clicked on vendor registration just to see what it looked like. I wasn't going to buy one, but I just wanted to see what it looked like. And it says there's no tables available. And that was like 3.5 weeks ago I saw that. So I'm like, okay, so the indoor is going to be full on Saturday. So that would be worth coming down for by itself probably.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know.
It starts at 8?
I believe it's 8. I believe it's 8. We can look at, let's see.
If only there were a way we could look that up.
Right. Totally. Well,
during interwebs.
And this website is not. It's not the. It's not. It's not the greatest.
Yeah.
Schedule. How about schedule right there? There we go. Okay. So we can go here. So schedule Friday, 12 p.m. tailgating allowed. I guarantee there'll be people there before that. Commercial vendor setup begins, so they open the doors to the indoors at noon on Friday for people who have bought an indoor table. They can get in and set up, and non-commercial as well. And they close at 9. Saturday, vendor setup is from 5:30 to 6:30. No vehicle traffic permitted after 6:30 a.m. It opens at 7. So it opens at 7, and then raffle begins at noon. And then 12:30 p.m. vehicle traffic permitted for vendors. So load out. You'll be able to drive in at 12:30. I was thinking it went till 2, but according to this, that's not the case. So this tailgating area right here, it's expo parking, and there'll pretty much be expo parking right there where all the people that didn't bring a trailer or whatnot. This tailgating area is actually a lot big. And RV parking, these two are very much combined, and they extend a little. And this. It's actually a lot bigger than what it looks like right here. And, so, I mean, that's probably like 6 or 8 rows just in the RV and 6 or 8, maybe even 10 rows just in the tailgating area. So it's quite large. And those two areas really kind of mix together. They don't have anything coned off or anything. Say, well, you can't park here. They don't have anything like that. It's very, very laid back, nonchalant. It's just a time to come out and have fun. So.
Getting taken over.
Beelzebub out there.
Move your butt.
So.
Did you really just blow your cat's butt?
Yeah.
Oh,
Didn't
wow.
seem to mind.
Kyle says he just got home and we need to start the stream over.
Okay.
Team replay, buddy. We'll be on my channel in 15 minutes.
Right. There you go. Yeah. So, Anyway, not much going on today other than just talking about this. I was waiting for a text, but I don't have it, which is fine. But who's let us know in the chat who's planning on going to the Ham Fest in either Friday or Saturday or both. And if you are there, come look for us in the parking lot. I don't really have a... I thought a long time ago about getting a flag, a Ham Radio 2.0 flag, and putting it at the top of my 50-foot mast.
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah, I want to do that. I went and looked, and they were kind of pricey for a two-sided flag. I was like, it's okay. And what the guys at Gigaparts are going to start printing mugs and cups and hats and whatnot. So I was like, can you guys do a flag? They're like, oh, yeah, we'll be able to do that. I was like, okay. So I'm going to wait for them to they're going to do one up for me.
Sweet.
Just have your T-shirt lady do like a 4X T-shirt.
That's a good idea. That's not a bad idea. So speaking of T-shirts,
we'll be the cars with the antennas, so we should be easy to spot if anyone wants to come find us and say hi.
There will be people there with antennas set up. I mean, there's usually at least one or two people in the parking lot with an antenna set up. So I don't think that you're going to be able to identify us that way.
That was sarcasm.
Well, you never know.
It's a Ham Fest. We're going to have antennas on our cars.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So... But
he's got jokes, guys. He's got jokes.
It's got jokes. Got jokes. So.
I drive a car. Jason has a truck, so that would be another way to identify us.
Yeah, that's a good way to end. I put that Tar Heel on my truck.
I'll ride my Bruce.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I haven't wired it up yet. I need to get. I've got some cheapy RG58 coax, and I just run it on outside the truck, plugged it in the radio, and I was tinkering around with my IC7000, making sure everything worked. I can't find my MFJ controller. I've got an MFJ, the one with the... I have an
extra one if you need it.
Well, I've got the one with all the presets, with all the saved presets, like the 10 or 12 saved presets. You've got one of those?
Yeah.
An extra one?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll take it.
Yeah, I asked Richard to send me one that did the RF sensing.
Uh-huh.
And he sent me the same one that I already have.
Oh.
Which is fine.
I asked him to send me one of those, and he did.
This one says Ameritron.
Yeah, it's Ameritron. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. Sure, I'll take it. And when I find mine, I'll give you the one I have.
Yeah, no worries.
But so I can't find that. So the SWR on that antenna is just mad whacked because I can't adjust it. I didn't want to hook up the toggle switch that comes with it.
Yeah, that's lame.
Yeah.
I mean, it works, but...
Right. So, but I was tuning around 20 meters yesterday, just doing receive stuff and playing with the filters and the radio, and everything seems to work. But that freaking Tar Heel 200, holy crap! My wife came out and looked at it. She's like, "What is that?"
Is that massive thing you were carrying around at
yeah,
Huntsville?
Yeah.
Yes.
Holy cow!
Yes. Yeah. And you put the stinger on top of it, you put the whip on top of it, and it's like 15 feet in the air. It's like it's probably not. Wow. It's probably like 12 feet, but it's huge.
Yeah, it's massive.
And my wife, she's looked at me. She's like, "So you're never going to be able to drive anywhere anymore?" I'm like, "Well, first of all, it's got a quick disconnect on the stinger, so I can take that down, and then the mount that's on is a custom built mount, and I can take that whole thing out in like a minute, literally like 1 minute. I can take it all out."
Didn't you buy the whole thing just for the mount though?
I did. Yes. Yeah, I did. Because the mounts are like 6 months backordered from Tar Heel.
Yeah.
And Matt 84MQ, he says he wants that red antenna, so I'm saving that one for him because he's got a red truck.
Oh, there you go.
But he's gonna have to figure out where to get a mount because I was like, I don't have a mount for it, dude.
In 6 months, he'll get one.
Yeah. So I might not see him again until I'll see him at the end of October, but he's going to Costa Rica with us. But I'm not gonna take a Tar Heel to Costa Rica and hand it to him. So I don't...
Good luck getting that in your carry-on.
Here, fly back with this.
So, yeah.
It's freaking huge.
It is huge, yeah. So,
I thought my mini Tar Heel or little Tar Heel, whatever the heck it is, was big.
Tar Heel Junior, yeah. So
how
that's
tall
my
is
wife.
That thing when it's fully extended? It's got to be like 8 feet tall. Like when you run the
something like that. No, it's more than that.
4 feet tall. Collapse.
I think that I think the stinger itself is as tall as I am. The stinger itself is
just
like
the coil.
Oh,
the coil's like 8 feet tall.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know.
Probably another
it's
couple
freaking,
feet that would add to it. I mean, probably I would guess like 6 feet probably without the stinger.
Right, without it.
Yeah.
The stinger's another 6.
Yeah.
So my wife's in the chat. She's laughing at what I said. What is that? So, RD Mercer, are you driving the Ford pickup to Belton? Yes, sir. That's the one I will have. So yeah. You think Tar Heel would try an HQ mobile? Those things are like tank. Yeah. I was looking at the HQ, the high Q mobile antenna setup at one point in time. Quite frankly, the only reason I went with Tar Heel is because I picked up an estate sale. This was like 2 or 3 years ago. I had someone call me from somewhere out west of here in Texas, and they're like, "Hey, we got this estate sale. Do you want this stuff?" And I'm like, "Well, maybe. What do you want for it?" So I drove out there and kind of looked it around, and offered them what I thought it was worth, and they're like, "Yeah, okay." Ended up selling a bunch of stuff, but one of the things I got was a Tar Heel antenna, and it didn't have a mount with it, but it was the complete antenna and everything. And that's why I was like, well, and those high Q antennas are expensive. They're like, I don't know, $1,200 or $1,500.
I was about to say they're
kit.
over $1,000.
Crap.
Yeah,
everything.
yeah. But they're supposed to be like the pinnacle of mobile antennas. It's like them and Scorpion. Scorpion makes one too.
Scorpion makes a
Is it
really
just a
expensive one
screwdriver
also.
kind of antenna?
It's like a screwdriver. Yeah, it's like the Tar Heel, but I think it's even bigger around diameter
Yeah.
than the Tar Heel is. And I don't know quite what makes it better, but everything you read about those high Q and Scorpion antennas, they're like top notch. You're like, oh yeah, DX all over the world from your mobile, that kind of thing. So,
it's all the same idea though.
yeah,
They're all just, I mean, even
Yeah.
a Wolf River Coils is the same
yeah,
kind of thing, you
Yeah.
know? Or the buddy poles, it's all just a coil.
right. It's just a coil. So I don't know. I don't know. I'd like to know what the difference is, but I don't know. Nick Weldon, only hams, the ham themed only fans. Yeah.
Exactly.
But
Got an icon, feel lonely.
I've got 2 icons.
yeah.
Well, your profile's better than mine then, I guess. I'm screwed.
Mm-hmm. Sheesh. Somebody needs to register that.
I'm
Everybody
surprised
keeps
Ape
talking
has it.
about it.
Well, I think if you go look at it, it's like it's out there for like $1,200. I think it's like a premium domain.
Of course.
Uh,
I mean, they did farmersonly.com, so what
yeah.
else?
Uh-huh.
Why not only
Yeah.
hams?
Your Tar Heel,
True.
picture's worth 1,000 words. Let me see if I have a picture of it.
There was a picture from, I don't know
I've
if
got
I've got it.
Picture of
but I've
part
got-
of it.
I think I've got it. Joe Brett, I think, has it too.
Is there a
We posted
picture
a
of you
picture of
like
it.
holding the Tar Heel on the
Yeah.
ground for like a size comparison thing?
I
That's
don't
what Joe
think
Brett
so.
took.
I don't think I've seen this picture.
So this is it mounted in the truck right there.
Nice.
And you see it's got some blemishes on it because it's a used antenna. That's fine. This mount here that it's this metal square tube here is a custom built mount by a gentleman out of Santa Fe, Texas. And that's the back of it there. I don't have the grounding strap hooked up yet, and there's no coax coming out of it. It's not finished yet, obviously. Here's the top of it. You can see that this mount here, this custom-made mount, is actually a little bit too tall. I think I told him to make the mount that tall because I was wanting to put the antenna up higher, but I didn't realize how tall the freaking thing was. So I sent the guy who made it for me, I sent him a picture. I was like, dude, we're going to have to cut this down. He's like, okay, no problem. So I probably have it cut down to where this is a plate here on the bottom here that attaches to the truck bed for extra stability. But that's without the stinger. And let's see. Oh, there's Mike's antenna.
Yeah.
Oh,
don't think
you found.
I don't think I have a picture. Oh, there's Mike.
Yeah.
There's Mike working POTA. So,
Yeah.
but it's it's freaking tall, man.
Speaking of POTA, Jason, did you say you were gonna try to come down on the 16th of the next month on that Saturday to the Support Your Parks?
I need to talk to you guys about what your plan is. I have a video creators conference that weekend. That's Thursday night, all day Friday, and all day Saturday. So I won't be done till like 5 or 6 on Saturday.
Okay.
And so I don't know what y'all's plan is for Saturday night or Sunday or something like that.
Neither do we.
Yeah.
Still in it's a fluid
probably going to skip this one. Probably, but I haven't 100% decided yet.
Well, you got to work that Sunday, don't you, Shane?
Yeah, I got to work that morning unless I can get rid of that shift.
So,
but as long as I'm home by 10 p.m., I'm good to go.
Vance from the POTA team will be on my live stream this coming Sunday to talk about Support Your Parks on the Air weekend upcoming.
Cool.
So that's what my Sunday live stream theme is this coming weekend. So, yeah. So
we should probably just get that pavilion thing.
Yeah, I'll call them as soon as we're off here and see, make sure it's still available.
What is it? Fort Boggy.
Fort Boggy State Park. Is that where you're planning to go? I knew you're not.
That's about an hour and a half, I think, for both Mike and I.
Yeah. So everyone,
anybody else in the central,
we'll officially announce it now.
Yeah. Right.
Tentatively, assuming we can get the pavilion.
Yeah.
So are you going to be there on Sunday? Are you going to stay overnight?
I probably won't, because I don't think I can get rid of this shift that I have, the oddball that's on Sunday. But if I can, then I'll stay there. But if not, I'll be there all day on Saturday.
It's about 2 hours and 20 minutes for me.
Is it that far from you?
That's what it says. From Grapevine to Fort Boggy State Park's 2 hours and 21 minutes. Doesn't look like there's any traffic right now.
Well, yeah, I guess it does. How long? Yeah.
It's about halfway. That's 5 hours to Houston.
Well, I'm just trying to think of how fast I got to Jason's house last week.
It's 4 hours to Houston. It's 5 hours to Galveston. So it's a little bit more than halfway to. Well, it's more than halfway to Houston.
I think it's about an hour north of me.
It looks like it's a lot closer to Huntsville than it is to DFW.
Yes.
Yeah. But I mean that's okay. I'm just saying that's where it is. But it looks like it's right off the highway as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's super easy to get
touching the highway.
They have a really good pavilion that's an open air pavilion, kind of like we had at Ray Roberts.
Yeah, it looked really nice.
Oh, good. Okay. Yeah. Good.
And don't forget to bring your Wolf River coil, Mike, so we can do our antenna shootout.
Well, Jason has all of mine.
Yeah. I have those.
Get that from Jason.
I'm gonna
swing by Jason's when he's done with them, and you can
right.
Right. Yeah.
What were we gonna do?
We were gonna do an antenna shootout between the Buddy Stick Pro and the Wolf River coil.
Oh.
It's possible I'll come down. If you guys are staying overnight at the campsite or at the state park, it's very possible I could drive down after my event is over on Saturday and camp out and activate with you Sunday and go home. I think. Let's see.
I don't own camping things.
I was about to say, Mike, you'd probably either stay in one of the cabins or go drive home and come back the next morning.
I would probably just drive home.
Well, rent a cabin and let's split it. Surely they have some with 2 or 3 beds.
Perhaps.
Let's see.
I'll have to look into it.
Yeah, there's some really cool cabins down there.
Yeah. Yeah, I would imagine so. Nope. I'm gonna make sure I'm not committed on Sunday. 24. No. That's the 17th, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm good. Yeah, I could do that.
Okay.
I could do that.
Look into a
but
cabin.
You guys look into it and let me know what you decide. If you don't want to do that, that's okay. But
it's all on Shane.
I wish I could be there. I wish I could be there Saturday, but I can't. So.
Well,
okay.
Do or do not. There is no try.
Exactly. Yeah. It's gonna rain down in Houston this weekend. Okay. All right, guys.
Even if it rains, we got that covered pavilion. So rain or shine, Ham harder.
I'm not really worried about the POTA weekend.
No.
I think
we talked about for Belton.
Yeah,
weekend.
I thought he was talking about the Belton weekend this weekend. Yeah, so it's all good. It's all good. All right, guys. That's 1 hour. So we just successfully talked about nothing.
Sweet.
And which is
what I
no
do
problem
best.
with. So yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like Ham Radio Clubhouse daytime stream.
Exactly.
So yeah, talking about a lot of nothing.
Perfect.
But yeah, so we're leaving tomorrow evening after Frank gets off work, and we're gonna drive down that evening, and we'll be there first thing Friday. If the parking lot's open, we'll be in there Thursday night. If not, we'll probably find a truck
camp
stop
out
to
at
stay in or
Buc-ee's.
something. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
And
Bucky's on the air.
Right. And but we'll be there Friday morning first thing. So you guys who are planning to go this weekend, get there Friday. Yeah, it's going to rain. Hopefully it won't be too bad. Hopefully they will push it back again, because it was, like I said at the beginning of the stream, it was supposed to rain Thursday, Friday, Saturday when I was looking at it yesterday. And today they're saying just Friday, Saturday. So I'm like, keep going that way. Have it rain like Saturday at noon. Start the rain there.
Yeah.
It's wishful thinking, but you can always hope. So.
It's Texas. You never know what's going to happen.
No, that's true. That's true. You know
what? They say that in literally every single state that I've lived in.
Mm-hmm.
Don't like the weather? Wait 5 minutes.
Well, Hawaii. A weatherman in Hawaii is probably the easiest job in the world. It's going to be high of 80 with a chance of rain every day.
And maybe
sounds like the same guy in Costa Rica.
Yeah. Call him up in the morning. High of 80, chance of rain. Click. That's all you. And that's your 8-hour workday. That's all you got to do. Meteorologist in Hawaii's got to be the easiest job in the world.
There you go.
So, anyway. So,
Cabins
all right,
$85.
What cabins?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, that's how many beds? Does it say?
No, I literally am just right on the. I'm just digging in, but.
Well, I mean, if you want to do that.
Well, we got to see what Shane's doing, because it's all up to you.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Cool. All right, guys. Thank you very much for being here today. Look for us. Thursday Night Ham Radio is tomorrow. I've got a really big video premiering tomorrow that should be really fun. Probably going to be one of the more popular ones on my channel. In fact, I'll just tell you what it is right now. The best handheld ham radio for 2021. That was by far. That's not only my most popular video on the channel last year, but it's my top watched video on the entire channel right now.
Wow.
That's cool.
So, yeah. So I'm doing an update, and that was for 2020. Last May, I think I put that up. And so I'm doing the 2021 version. It will be dropping tomorrow. Should be a really fun video. And then we'll be doing some live streaming and some recording of stuff at the Ham Fest this weekend. And Vance from the POTA team is coming back on the channel on Sunday to talk about Parks on the Air weekend, middle of October next month. So should be a fun time. Got a lot of stuff. I got a lot of ham radio stuff I'm doing in October. A lot. So keep watching, keep subscribing, keep hamming harder, and we will talk to you guys on the next stream.
Bye, everybody.